We mostly buy guns with the intentions of using them for self-defense, but never do we hope that we end up in a situation where we could actually need them. But just in case, here are 5 guns that could save your life someday. Stick around because the number 1 on our list is amazing. Number 5, the Ruger GP100 Double-Action Centerfire Revolver. Coming in on number 5 is the Ruger GP100. The Ruger LCP2 is an improved and marginally bigger version of the first LCP.380. It has a slide release lever, last shot hold open, and improved sights in addition to a lever-style trigger safety. The LCP has just lately been offered in a 6-shot .380 ACP version. The Ruger is an excellent pistol, but due to its lightweight, some people might find the recoil a little uncomfortable. Ruger made the decision to improve the LCP2's usability. Even though the LCP2 may have been chambered in .32 ACP to have less recoil, the magazine would only hold 7 rounds. Using .22 LR chambers, the gun's recoil is significantly reduced and the magazine can store 10 rounds without altering the LCP2's external design. The Ruger Light Rack TM system is a feature of the LCP2.22 that improves user friendliness and makes it considerably easier to rack the slide. When a handgun is fired, a slide is a component that goes back and forth or slides along the top of the frame. It forms the pistol's breech and frequently houses the barrel, ejector, and firing pin mechanics in addition to attaching the sights. The reduced pressure for the .22 LR, a tilting barrel blowback system, is needed instead of a locked breech operating system. Additionally, Light Rack TM has improved slide serrations, a lighter recoil spring, and more obvious cocking ears at the back of the slide. It works flawlessly and is honestly a gun that one should keep on themselves at all times. While it is a great gun on its own, it's even greater as a backup, and by that, we don't mean that the gun is bad. It's just that in case you don't have your main gun with you, you can be sure that you have an even better gun as a backup. Number 4. The Smith & Wesson 686 Centerfire Revolvers. This time around, the full lineup of Smith & Wesson 686 Centerfire revolvers will be on display. These revolvers were designed with new shooters in mind and are great for them. The guns are designed in a framed L-frame fashion popularized by Smith & Wesson. They can also be chambered for both .38 Special and .357 Magnum bullets in addition to that. The materials used to construct these revolvers are robust. Construction for them is stainless steel. They also have a strength comparable to a Magnum, which means they can withstand repeated abuse. Particularly for law enforcement personnel, the Model 686 SSR is designed. 6 rounds can fit in this particular variant. The number of rounds in some Smith & Wesson 686 Centerfire revolvers models is 7. Furthermore, they are available in barrel lengths ranging from 3 inches to 6 inches. If you want precision from the outset, pick the Model 686 with a 6-inch barrel. It specializes on long-range shooting and hunting. Obviously, the disadvantage of 6-inch barrels is that they cannot be carried covertly. The Model 686 Standard, Model 686.357, or Model 686 Deluxe are your best options if you're seeking for tiny and lightweight solutions. We urge newbies to select the Model 686, which has a 4-inch barrel. Higher levels of precision are provided by its additional length. You may learn the fundamentals of safe revolver handling with it as well, and it is the ideal size. However, keep in mind that these revolvers are not your most affordable option. They come in with some price. However, their durability and superb ergonomics make their price generally justified. And don't think that because it's a gun recommended for beginners that it's bad. Oh, if you did, then you would be so far from the truth. This revolver is truly one of the greatest for both newbies and intermediates. The gun is great and light and could most definitely save your life. Number 3. The Taurus 45-410 Judge. The Taurus 45-410 Judge is a wonderful choice for new shooters. Let's first emphasize how excellent a revolver it is for protecting your home before moving on. It is chambered for the .45 long Colt and is offered in a variety of versions with various barrel lengths. The fact that all Taurus Judge models have 5-round cylinders is interesting. The Taurus Judge's attractiveness is aided by the fact that it can fire 2.5-inch .410 gauge shotgun shells. This feature of the pistol allows you to fire tiny shotgun shells, giving you access to more firepower at all times. The Taurus Judge is not exactly a lightweight, but it can easily reduce the recoil brought on by powerful calibers. Short-barreled Taurus Judge models nevertheless still have a strong recoil. As a result, we suggest beginners stay away from them. You must explicitly restrict yourself to 3 inches. If you want to use this revolver to defend your home, you are free to choose the 6.5-inch barrel model. Accurate and significantly reduces recoil. In addition to being a wonderful home defense revolver, the Taurus Judge is a fantastic trail and hunting revolver. The .410 ammo will allow you to eliminate any possibly dangerous wildlife you come across. This rifle is just excellent all around and is accessible to everyone. Furthermore, Taurus offers quite attractive and potent weapons for your levels if you're experienced with revolvers. The business is well renowned for its wide range of products, including revolvers for novice users as well as for those for highly skilled professionals and other groups. We highly recommend that you get your firearms from Taurus because they are a terrific company, and we are telling you now itself that this isn't the only gun on this list. Number 2, the Ruger LCR 9mm. A snub revolver is not often the best revolver for beginning shooters. The Ruger LCR 9mm is a great option for individuals who want to explore with beginner-friendly snub noses, though. It is a great deal for new shooters since, among other things, it is inexpensive. This is expected given that the LCR series is geared toward novice shooters. You may be confident that these revolvers, especially the Ruger LCR 9mm, are not made in a showy manner. This revolver's trigger is likewise quite well constructed. The premium double-action stock revolver trigger could be to blame. It can easily regress. The trigger doesn't have a lot of pull, it doesn't push back or fight back. Obviously, it's tough to use snub-nosed revolvers when it comes to shooting accurately. But once you get used to it, this gun might as well save your life more than once. Plus, the Ruger LCR has had the quirks removed so that new shooters may fire it accurately. Revolver's 9mm caliber is not usually recognized, but it makes perfect sense to use this caliber with a Ruger LCR. After all, the 9mm round performs admirably and has reasonable power, especially for self-defense. Furthermore, the round is inexpensive, enabling you to practice with the revolver as frequently as you like. Unquestionably, a 9mm revolver is simpler to trigger than a .357 Magnum. These powerful calibers could make novice shooters uncomfortable, but remember that the 9mm is more powerful than the .38 Special. The moon clips in this revolver also enable faster reloads. They can only be inexpensive if you purchase them from the appropriate vendor. Even though the MSRP is $719, people typically sell it for around $650. In order to avoid losing money, you make sure to act quickly if you ever see a decent price on a gun. Otherwise, it may as well be a con. And topping our list at number 1, the Taurus Model 66 Magnum. This Brazilian gun manufacturer is always on top of things when it comes to producing high-quality, top-performing revolvers. Particularly, the Model 66 represents a development over the company's earlier .357 Magnum revolvers. It turns out that the Model 66 does not disappoint at all. We essentially have no issues with the construction process of the external styling. The matte finish has significantly improved the beauty of its stainless steel frame, which was already beautiful. Really excellent rubber grip on the thing. Naturally, a large number of people would say that they prefer hardwood grips to rubber grips. Thus, it makes sense. But I'll just point out that the rough rubber surface helps you keep your grip. Even if your hands are wet, the surface won't become slippery. Meanwhile, its fixed sights raises its all-around robustness. Another distinguishing feature of the Model 66 is the special transfer bar. It makes it possible for you to move it without having to worry about accidents. It's interesting that it still has full power despite having a 4-inch barrel. It doesn't have the same stopping power as a bigger .357 Magnum revolver, but it still has more than enough to keep you safe. The best thing about the Taurus weapons in general and this particular gun in particular is that it can be used by all users of all skill levels, from simple beginners to truly skilled revolver holders. This revolver is among the best in the world due to its flexibility and the movement that comes with it. And the Taurus Model 66 Magnum costs less than $500 compared to the other weapons on our list. It goes without saying that it would be a mistake not to purchase this. And with that, thanks for watching, and we'll see you all next time. Bye for now.